Yo, what's up, guys? NazUFC. In this one, I'm going to be breaking down a ranked match I had against a player who I believe has a really, really cheesy fighting style. I've played him multiple times now. And honestly, guys, if you watch this video and you don't think he's frustrating or cheesy, then that's your opinion. I respect that. But let's go ahead and watch the video. Um, and yeah, if you play UFC 5, you're going to learn a lot from this video. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of techniques which you guys can use in your own game. And if you like seeing cheesy players get slapped, then this video is also for you. So I'm Alex Pereira, he's John Jones. So I always take a quick sneak peek at the stats, guys. So I'm fighting someone called SB Creed, a French player who matches me about 3 times every time I stream. I'm not going to accuse him of stream sniping, but the fighting style he uses against me doesn't use against other players. I've watched him play other streamers. I've watched him play my friends, and he can be a clean striker, but he always seems to use the fight style you're about to see against me, and it's worked. Hella frustrating, guys. And if it works against me, guys, then I'm afraid to say it's going to work against a lot of players, which is just a shame. Pretty shit fight style he uses. Um, but yeah, so fight starts. I offered to touch his gloves. He didn't want any of it. And yeah, right away he used that push kick. And the reason he's using that push kick, guys, is so he can push me behind this black line. His objective is to clinch me behind this black line and then push me against the cage wall. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the clinch and why it's a flawed system. You know, it's been flawed since UFC 4 and it still is. Um, once he clinches me, right, to break out, I can either punch him out or I can move back 3 steps. You know, punching him out doesn't have a lot of success because he will put me in that tie whip position before I could do anything, and that will, that will lead to me having my back against the cage wall, which is exactly what he wants. But then I can also move back 3 steps. But if I move back 3 steps, then I'm going to be on the cage wall. And, you can't use a lot of things to prevent that. In this game, that they need to add some sort of feature which can stop you from getting pushed against the cage wall. It's hella frustrating. I think the flaw comes with that tie whip in the clinch. I think that's what's actually, what's quite kind of broken about this game. But I'll carry on. I'm throwing that straight lead uppercut combo to prevent him from clinching me. It's a good combo to throw. Um, and yeah, I like to keep it centered cage. I don't want to be behind this black line, man. Sometimes I do sneak back towards it, but I want to keep it like here. That's why I've pushed him back here. I like the fight being here. And another thing, guys, I'm not gonna be hunting for the knockout. I want to try win the round and maintain stamina advantage. The reason I want to maintain stamina advantage, guys, is because he's going to be spamming a lot of takedowns, and for some reason, the stamina attacks for failed takedown attempts and clinch attempts in this game is really low. Really, really low. Players can spam 20 takedowns a game, and they'll still have plenty of stamina going into like round 4 and 5. And the frustrating thing is when you deny takedowns, you're also losing stamina too. So he's causing me to lose stamina for denying takedowns. I know it makes sense and it's realistic. Anti wrestling, does use a bit of your own stamina, but man, I believe John Jones, if I stuff a few of his takedowns, he should lose a significant amount of stamina so he can stop using the techniques over and over again. Spam can be hella frustrating. Knee, he went for that elbow knee combo. Typical. He's honestly, guys, all he's doing is trying to frustrate me, and he does succeed. That's why I really want to win whenever I match him. I went for that front kick, missed. He went for another clinch. I managed to get out of the way. You'll notice me slipping, guys. That's one thing I want you guys to start doing against these clinch players. He went for the clinch, and I went for that snap down tie whip counter. To do that, guys, you just hold down RB or R1, and you press the punch button a few times. And sometimes you can pull that off. It's extremely hard to pull that off sometimes because it's too slow. You usually get punched up when that happens. Managed to get a knee in there. But you'll notice me, guys, popping that straight. That stops the clinch from happening. Really good punch to use. He's landing a lot of strikes, guys, because I'm respecting his ground game way too much. He's having a lot of success, I'll be honest. Beautiful takedown setup. I used that takedown setup myself. Went for an overhand, and then he went for a single leg. And I managed to deny it. So, honestly, guys, another thing my opponent relies on is human error. He wants you to fuck up once, and his objective is to take you down and hold you there. He loves ground control, and he likes to win rounds just full of ground control. in the later rounds, if he's got significant stamina advantage, he will submit you, he will tap you out, and yeah, so that's why I'm maintaining stamina advantage. That's why I'm on my guard. That's why I'm respecting his ground game. So I can counter this player. Um, and yeah, he went for a front kick, guys. I'm biting on everything. I actually think everything's a takedown. I remember playing him. He switched a stance here. I managed to land that front kick on him, and I'm always slipping. I'm ducking just to make sure I avoid the clinch. Managed to duck on that hook, unintentional. I just expect him to clinch whenever he gets close. I actually thought he was going to clinch there, but he didn't. I'm slipping, and I'm getting quite lucky because I'm slipping trying to avoid the clinch, and I actually avoided a flying knee. Managed to stun him there. I'm trying to push him away. Because honestly, guys, I hate being behind this black line. When I say black line, I mean this line on the canvas here. He's gone for a single leg, guys, and from here, guys, he can take my back by turning it up, or he can go low and go for a double leg. I'm just going to see what he does here. He doesn't do any, so I managed to stuff the takedown. Doesn't turn it. I've now got him on the clinch. I go for a takedown myself. Minute 25 seconds left. I've had success on the feet already. I knew he wouldn't expect this. That's why it worked. So I'm in side control. And yeah, so he's going to keep using those undeniable fakes to stop me from doing damage. I'm still getting ground time, but I want to do damage at the same time. So I've put him in side saddle now. And I've landed a few strikes, which I'm happy with. But, if you get too hasty, guys, they'll do that arm trap where they put you back into side control just like that. And, he keeps spamming undeniables, guys, but to counter the undeniable side control, you can go into north-south, which is a free transition. That's why I'm prepared to do it. I'm waiting for him to strike now. Look, goes for it. I go side saddle, but I know his defense in this position is quite sound. So in a second, you'll actually see me go into north-south. And here I'm just like, okay, maybe I could do some damage here. And I do. I do a few body shots, but in a second, he does kind of outplay me. He fakes, and then he actually moves and flips me into north-south. Now he's got top position. So he's going to do a bit of body damage. But yeah, I won the round. I would say I won the round. I did stun him earlier on. I just want to, hopefully I check the stats. Come on, Naz, tell me you checked the stats. Come on. Right, I don't think I checked the stats because I was streaming when this happening, so I could have been possibly reading the chat. I do check the stats. So yeah, look, guys, just another tip. If you see that your side of the statistics is all highlighted in the color of your corner, which is red, then that's a good thing. I'm winning in every sort of aspect. So I've got one stun on him. This is all neutral. Significant strikes, I'm up. 26 total strikes, one takedown, which I got. Look, guys, he used 11 takedowns in that round, guys, and his stamina will still be really high. When do you see people using 11 takedowns every round? I'm pretty sure he uses a lot more in the upcoming rounds too, and I've got control time on him. So, right, cool, guys. Round two, same game plan. Avoid the clinch, avoid the takedowns. He goes for the clinch, guys, and right away, guys, you can see I've slipped it, and I always go for the slip. You can see whenever he gets close or in my range, I quickly slip because there's going to be a good chance he's going to go for the clinch. From here, I could smack him with an uppercut, elbow. The elbows have been nerfed, so I would recommend a hook or an uppercut. And yeah, there you go. Cracked him with that. If you notice, he spammed head movement. That's basically called bubble head. Another really cheesy exploit you could do in the game. Takes no skill. You'll avoid a bunch of strikes using it. Showboating. He's trying to get in my head, and I'm only focused on winning, so I don't really care about showboating. I only get frustrated when he uses broken techniques, so he can taunt all he wants. That little double punch I did to break out. Sometimes you break out. The reason you break out is because your opponent's throwing punches himself. If you both punch, then sometimes you can break out. But if he goes for a knee, then sometimes he can land that on you. So you've got to be careful using that punch, guys. I was just testing my luck, really. Pushing him away to create space, keep him in the center. He's going for a single leg. Like I said, guys, he's relying on that one slip up. And, you don't want to get taken down this early. I tell myself, guys, don't get taken down this early in the fight. I was trying to snap his head down again. It didn't work. I'm slipping. Sidestep there. Beautiful counters, guys. And guys, look, that takedown you just seen there, complete guess once again, guys. S- Man, that takedown is so fast that if you do react to it, he's taking you down. A lot of people have been complaining about that takedown where they snap you in the direction he was trying to do it. I kind of anticipated it. It wasn't too much of a guess. He's used that takedown quite a lot on me, so it was sort of instinct for me to deny up. And guys, like I said, man, a lot of people are going to struggle with styles like this, plays like this. Whenever he slips, I feel like a clinch is coming. He rocks me, guys. So because I'm giving him too much respect, strikes like that will open up. I'm ducking, I'm slipping, and he's able to catch me in those situations. Every now and then. I went for a single leg just to recover. So bit of wrestling from my side. Quite smart, if I'm being honest. Pushing him away. I just want to stay away from this cage wall here. I managed to slip his flying knee, which is beautiful. Tie whip position again, guys. Double leg bail, guys. So whenever someone bails a takedown, there's a couple things I look out for. So I'm looking at John Jones. I always look at my opponent here, right? If he looks like he's falling on his back, then that means he's pulling guard. To defend that, you just hold the right trigger. If he looks like he's lifting me up, um, then he's obviously going for a takedown. So to defend that, you go for both triggers. There's a few things you could do actually. You can also take my back. You can move forward and take my back and have me in the back clinch. From there, I've got to be proactive. I've got to be ready to deny the backpack or the takedown. There's multiple takedowns, so you've got to know which direction to deny in. And yeah, you really got to know what you're doing. So just going to see what he does here. Takes my backpack. And guys, remember, never guess denials. Know what you're doing, react, hit your denials, and you've got to be on point, unfortunately. One slip up when you get taken down. And let's be honest, guys, not everyone who plays UFC 5 is going to play like me at my sort of skill level. And I just feel for you guys, man. I feel sorry for a lot of people that are going to match plays like this, and it's the game allows it, guys. There's nothing we could do. EA Sports UFC 5 allows you to play like this. The stamina's fucked. The clinch system's fucked. The takedowns are fucked. What the fuck was that? This is a replay. Tell me what that is. Go on. Fuck knows. Now he's got me in side control, and I went for a power transition, and I don't like using power transitions because they burn your stamina, right? So, especially against this player, he's got pretty good submissions. He's got a pretty good ground game. So I denied that transition because I knew he was going to go for it. Just I've played him so many times, guys. I actually went for a power transition again, and I did not expect him to deny it. That's why he's this guy. Credit to my opponent. His ground game's amazing, but he's very frustrating to play on the feet. 100%. Um, it makes sense why he plays like this because he's really good at holding the right trigger and flicking that right stick really fast. And yeah, so now I'm in a little bit of trouble because he's just denied a power transition. He doesn't really do anything. Bit stupid on his end. He wanted to get a few elbows, which he failed. And yeah, he keeps me in this like three-way deadlock from like, he's always in half guard, and then if I go side control, he does a bit of damage, forces me to move. And if I go sprawl, he uses a power transition to get to this position. And now from here, all he's worried about is the get up transition. He will pre-deny that even if I use the power transition. To do a power transition, guys, you hold the right bumper, then you transition. But you've got to be careful because it burns stamina. And if I decide to pull guard and go full guard, he can do a thing where he goes left and he'll get half guard instead. He always keeps me in those three positions. Um, and he just plays off ground time. Honestly, guys, he denies your transition, so you burn stamina. That's essentially what he does. I don't mind the ground game, guys, too much, but it's just some of the techniques he uses on the feet, especially the takedown where it glitched out. That's just fucked. Don't know if he meant that or not. I deny his mount transition. He actually goes for it again and gives me max grapple advantage. If you don't know what that is, it basically makes your transitions a lot faster. There's many ways you can get grapple advantage. You can get it from throwing strikes, or you can get it from denying transitions. I denied two, so now I've got max. I'm going to go for the get up, which is usually a slow transition. But no, super fast because I've got massive grapple advantage and stamina advantage. You know, I've done a good job maintaining stamina, I'll be honest. Goes for that takedown. You know, he went for a jab first, then the single leg. That sort of speeds it up. Um, and yeah, managed to pre-deny that because I kind of anticipated it. Guys, I remember this. So he went for a hook elbow, right? And I was actually quite happy he threw that combo because it's a super easy combo to counter, guys. And if your opponent's spamming this on you guys, don't be afraid of it. I'll show you how to counter it. So he threw a hook, then a spin elbow. All you got to do, guys, block that initial hook, then pull the second elbow that comes towards you, and then counter them with a punch. So you'll see me do it here. You know, I'm waiting for him to do it again. You know, oh, he does it. He does it a second time, and there's the counter. You know, there you go. Goes for a takedown. I managed to defend it. The only reason I was able to defend it was because I had massive stamina advantage. I'm pretty sure because I've never that animation that you see there is quite rare. You know, I'm gonna go back 10 seconds again. I pull the counter off. Like I've never seen that before. It's quite rare. And boom, knocked him out, guys. And that was a really good knockout, by the way, especially because we're in the heat at the moment. Show you guys again. Look, bang, lunging straight. Do a lunging straight like that, guys. You've got to flick your stick towards your opponent. You've got to hold L1, flick the right stick towards your opponent, and press triangle. And you've got to be quite fast if you want to pull it off in a counter just like that. I want to show you guys one more time. Really good counter, let's be honest. So he goes for that takedown, which I managed to defend. Slept him. Guys, I want to show you guys one more thing. When he goes for the takedown, notice my stamina, right? Look at how much it drops. And you know, I actually lost a bit of my long-term stamina too. And I don't understand that. Why am I losing that much stamina, man? It that should change. I think to stop players from takedown spamming, I think EA Sports should make it so that the stamina tax for failed takedown attempts is significantly higher for the person going for the takedown and slightly less draining for the person defending it. You know, because you know that will just stop the spam because it's frustrating. All this guy's relying on is one takedown, and he's spamming about 30 per round. So we'll carry on, and I knocked him out. And yeah, guys, that's basically it for the video. In the other fights where he's beaten me, you get to see a lot more cheese. But because I was able to counter him, you know, I basically made his cheese look useless. But trust me, guys, it's very effective, very frustrating and effective. So don't think it's nothing. You're gonna struggle if you come across a style like that, you know. And yeah, hopefully you can learn a few of the techniques from this video that I was doing, like you know how I was slipping the clinch attempts, how you know how I was behaving, you know when he once he clinched me and on the ground, and you know all that sort of stuff. And yeah, hopefully EA can figure out a way to stop this takedown spam. Hopefully they can fix the clinch system because it's flawed, like I explained earlier. You know all that cage, you know, bullshit. It's just, you know, hella frustrating, man. But guys, that is it for this video. Make sure you guys drop a like. If you want more videos where I break down ranked matches like this, then drop a comment. I'll do that for you guys for sure. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.